Hello, this video will show you how to add items to a project. Items in a project may include servers, chassis, switches, and cartridges. To start adding items to a project, click on the New Project link found on the top right corner. You will be presented with a list of available servers to choose from. Here, I start with the B series servers. From the available list of chassis displayed, choose the required chassis to configure by clicking on the Configure and Add link. On the chassis configuration screen, you would see a drop-down for redundancy mode. Redundancy mode determines the quantity of power supply units that can be selected, where N is the minimum number of power supplies to run with no redundancy. To configure the chassis, start by choosing the input voltage level, followed by the type of the power supply, the number of power supplies, and the type of the I/O module. Based on the field values, you see the resulting power estimates being displayed in the Estimate section. If you would like to add this chassis configuration to the project, click on Add to Project and you would see the chassis being added under its server type in the Project Details section. Now you will see an option to add a blade to this chassis. Click on that link and you will see the available list of blades. Choose the required blade to configure. On the blade configuration screen, start by choosing the quantity and the type of the processor, the quantity and the type of the memory, which are the two required fields. You can go ahead and choose the type of the hard disk and the PCI card. Based on the field values, you see the resulting power estimates being displayed in the Estimate section. You would see a slider for the system workload factor with the default being 50%. You could alter the workload factor using the slider. Based on the workload factor, the resulting power estimates get updated. If you would like to add this blade configuration, click on Add to Chassis and you would see the blade being added under its chassis in the Project Details section. Now I go back to add a C-Series server. From the available list of C-Series servers, choose the required server to configure by clicking on the Configure and Add link. And on the server configuration screen, start by choosing the input voltage level, followed by the processor, the memory, and the power supply, which are the three required fields. You can go ahead and choose the mezzanine storage controller, the type of the hard disk, and the PCI card. Based on the field values, you see the resulting power estimates being displayed in the Estimate section. You could alter the workload factor using the slider. If you're happy with this configuration, click on Add to Project and you would see the server being added under its server type in the Project Details section. This way, you can go ahead and add an Invicta server which is similar to the C-Series server and an M-Series server which is similar to the B-Series server. Now finally go to add a Fabric interconnect. From the available list of Fabric interconnects, choose the required one and on the configuration screen, start by choosing the input voltage level, followed by the type of the power supply, the expansion module type, and the ports configured. Again, you could alter the system workload factor using the slider. Based on the field values, you see the resulting power estimates being displayed, and if you would like to add this configuration, click on Add to Project and you would see the Fabric interconnect being added under its server type in the Project Details section. In the project power summary, you would see the resulting power and the current values being displayed. You could also give a friendly name to this project. Here, I give the name as Test Project. Now, if you click on View Detailed Result, it gives a summary of all the server details and a detailed view for each of these server types. This way, you could go ahead and add items to the project. And now, if you click on the projects link, you would see the newly added project being displayed on your dashboard. Thank you.